Ooh, boy, do I have some interesting stuff to show you today. And now, before we get too into what I've got here, just want to let you know, I have figures that I didn't even know were out yet, an unreleased figure, and a chase, as well as a lot of other stuff. And I guess we'll just jump into it. With the first thing here that I've got is some more Snoopy Rokimotos. This, if you guys don't know, is actually done by the founder of Funko, Mike Becker, over at his new company, Funmaker Inc. I didn't just get one, I was actually able to get a bunch of these today, and we'll be opening them up later in the video. I think first we should get into the pops, because I am gonna be honest, I'm really pumped about them. And ooh, almost dropped in there. I didn't, but I almost did. The first thing we're gonna start with actually is the ones that I didn't know were out yet. It is the brand new Nosferatu Pops. I don't have a great accent, but I was able to get both Ellen Hutter, which I am so excited about. I think this is such a great figure. It's a bit of a creepy one, but I do like it a lot. And then we have Nosferatu. I can't do it very well, but I actually saw this movie in theaters opening day with a couple friends, and this, honestly, I needed Pops right away, and they finally made them. And I guess the movie takes place during the winter, so this is kind of like a perfect time to get them. I'm trying to remember when this movie released. It was last year, I believe, and I'm trying to think, would it have been around now? I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Either way, though, it is so great, and this figure is really creepy, but they did such an amazing job with really both of them. I'm pumped that I got them. I think these two here are really the only Pops you needed for the movie. They kept it small. It's a perfect amount to do for it, and yeah, I'm also really liking that they have the stamp, you know, kind of like if you were to press it with wax as the number. I think that's a perfect touch. Because of course, there is that part in the movie where Nosferatu is actually mailing letters, and I'm trying to remember what that guy's name was. Oh, I'm never going to be able to think of it, but it's the main guy that kind of like works with Nosferatu. Okay, now let's get into an exclusive that I was able to get. This here is for Batman Arkham City. It's actually a pop based on, I believe it would be the cover of the game, so it's weird that they didn't turn it into one of those game covers. Maybe is Funko trying to make less of those, because I know that they do a lot of the comic covers still. I actually just picked up a Spider-Man one not too long ago. They also did Iron Man recently, but I wonder if the game covers just weren't doing as well as the others. And I'm taking him out of the box right now because I wanted to show you guys what he looks like a little bit closer up, obviously. And then the other thing was I saw in the back of the box you can actually see what the cover looked like, and it's neat that they included this. So maybe honestly this is the better way to do it. Get rid of that giant acrylic case around the outside, make it a regular pop, and throw it into a box like this. It's got to be cheaper for them, and if they're looking for ways to save money, this is probably it. Because if I'm gonna be honest here, I always, when it was the covers and the comic ones, wanted to take them out of the box. It's too bad that there wasn't a way that you could do it both, where you could like have it inside but then also take it out if you want, but I think that would be a little bit tough. So doing this kind of like in between where you get that backing in there that still has the cover is perfect. All right, I'm digging through the box here. What do we do? Do we do the chase next? Do we do, let's do, okay, hold on, we'll do these ones here, because I was actually able to get another full set of figures. That was 2 of them, so it's not a crazy amount, kind of like Nosferatu, but I got Ben Tennyson as well as Heat Blast, both from, of course, Ben 10, a show that me and my brother watched all the time when I was younger. So this is a really cool set to get, and I believe this is based on the newer Ben 10. I know he looks a little bit older in the later shows, so maybe it's that? It just says Ben 10 on the front though, so I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know, it's still really great. And here's the thing, even if it is based on the later show, which I don't enjoy as much as the original, it doesn't really matter to me because the pop is in their own style. So even if they do make him like the later one, because it is stylized, it still looks so similar to that original. I do really enjoy also that he's running. I love that he's got the Omnitrix on. I think it's overall just a really well done figure. And then we of course have Heat Blast over here. The only thing that bugs me about Heat Blast, and I think you guys are gonna agree with me on this one, he doesn't glow in the dark. But besides that, I think it's a really great figure. I also have, I'm trying to remember the name of him. Swampfire. I have Swampfire in my collection, so the only one that I'm missing is that New York Comic Con exclusive, Ghost something. It's this one here. It is a really cool figure, and I just do not have it yet. Now, I think it's time, everybody, let's get into those figures that have a chase to go along with it, because I've been slowly finishing off the set. I do not have all of them yet, but it is the newer Funko Fusion line. If you guys don't know, Funko Fusion was a game created by 1010 Games. It was all different Funko Funko characters that you could play as, kind of similar to like a Lego style game where it's a mashup of a bunch of different franchises put together. And one of the ones in it was, of course, this Invincible one here. You can see it actually comes in a Funko Fusion box. So if he wasn't in the game, it wouldn't really make sense, but this is actually the only way that you can get him in this blue suit through the Funko Fusion line. It's pretty sweet, and every single one of these figures actually has a chase to go along with him. And no, I wasn't able to get this chase. I am working on this collection because there is 4 regular ones as well as the 4 chases. It might take me a bit. But if you guys want to check out the chase, here it is. It looks really great. I'm a big fan of it, and I'm definitely going to be getting all of them because I have every single Funko Fusion Pop until this line here, so it needs to stay complete. Next up, though, everybody, we have the har himself. We have, well, of course, Freddy Fazbear with his pizza gun. I think this one, or pizza launcher, I apologize. This one is so fun, though, because in the game, if you guys don't know, some of them have easy, like, ranged weapons or attacks. So, like, you know, with Invincible here, he doesn't need to have some kind of, like, made-up gun. But when it comes to, well, of course, Freddy Fazbear here, what does he have? He doesn't really have anything crazy. So they gave him this little like wood-fired pizza, and then inside of it, it actually shoots out like full pizzas at the enemy. It's really fun, and I think that this is just like one of those unique products that where else would I be able to get this? So I am so glad that they turned it into a figure, and there is also a chase for him too, and it looks pretty good. And now, everybody, getting into the next one here, we have Mega Man, and this one isn't him with like his Mega Man blaster or anything. He actually just has, you know, the arm blaster on him already, but they did have him actually shooting, which I think is so fun. And again, I am just loving the molds on these. I think Funko went all out with them. Like, they really do look nice, and it's kind of like that weird line that I believe after these ones here is probably going to be ending. I don't know if they're going to be making any more Funko Fusion Pops, but I do really like them, and this Mega Man is definitely a great one, especially if you're a Mega Man fan. Maybe you take him out of the box. I don't know. I think it's also just cool to have them in that Funko Fusion box because it's a cool little, like, time capsule almost. Now, I also want to mention, before I show you the chase that I was able to get, there is also a chase for Mega Man here, which looks really cool. It's a zombified version of him, and it's actually because of the Shaun of the Dead level. If you happen to get bit by a zombie in that, you actually turn into a zombie for a lot of the characters, and then you have that unlocked and then can play as a zombie version of them in any level you want. It's a really nice touch. And anyways, that is actually the figure that I have here today. If you guys know the line, you might have thought, oh, he got the Colonel Sanders one, but no, I actually haven't been able to find the Colonel anywhere. But Mega Man is so amazing, and I love that they put that kind of like green all over him because that is exactly how it looks in the game. They also gave him those white eyes. It was so cool. And while I was over at the store, they actually asked me if I wanted a second chase because they got in 2 of them, but I left it behind, so if anybody wants it, I don't know if you happen to be going, it seems like they're getting in a lot of them, or at least, you know, enough of them that they might get like 1 or 2 chases. Now, everybody, it is time to get into that unreleased figure that I was able to pick up because this thing is so amazing. I don't even think Funko's announced this yet. Are you ready for this one? I don't know if you guys are. It's really cool. It's from the Batman Beyond line, and if you guys don't know, Funko's actually been redoing a lot of the characters as well as making new ones for that show. And, well, take a look here, everybody. The 9,500 piece Bruce Wayne and Ace. How amazing is this? I love that he's got the cane. Ace also looks really great with his giant collar on. It's so cool that it's also a limited edition piece, and I don't know where this is normally going to be going to, because here in Canada, they kind of just go wherever, but I would assume it's either going to be Funko.com or GameStop. That should be how it works, because I picked it up at EB Games here in Canada, so EB Games and GameStop usually have the exact same exclusives. That's mainly how it works. Well, yeah, I just thought this thing was so cool, and it is definitely amazing that I was able to get this, and I want to do all of my limited edition pops soon, because I think I have enough of them that we could do a cool collection video, but the problem is they're always coming out with more of them, so I don't know, we'll do it at some point, maybe when I hit like a big number milestone, like 50 of them, or 40 of them, or I don't know what I'm even at right now, like maybe like 25, or at least I'm somewhere in the 20s, I would assume. And now, everyone, it is time to get into those Rokimotos that I've got. I actually happen to be wearing my Rokimoto shirt today. This kind of worked out perfectly that I was able to find them, and if you guys want to see, so there's a couple that I'm missing from the set, and if you guys don't know, if you didn't see my short from recently, I am trying to get every single Snoopy Rokimoto. That was actually one of the reasons that we were in New York City recently to pick up, I actually have them on the table here because I just did the video, to pick up this one here, that Santa Snoopy. I think this one is so fun, and then I also have some of the rare ones from this set because I have this one, which is a 1 in 48 if you want to try and get it, And where's another one? When we were over at New York Comic-Con, I also picked up this one here. It was an exclusive. So I don't know. It's been a lot of fun to try and get these. And now the goal is to get. So I need the Flying Ace, I need Woodstock, and I need the 1 in 96. So we'll see how that goes today. I'm hoping I can get them all. Especially because I pulled them all from a fresh case, and I have 4 of them here. Also, I'm going to be honest with you here. When I was at the store, I did a little bit of shaking because I know the Beagle Scout one has a bigger hat around the outside, and I figured that'd be kind of obvious, so I tried to not get one that had a larger brim. We'll see. Not feeling a brim. It is... Ooh, I think I got another Joe Cool. Yeah, I did. This is one that I do already have, but it is cool. Joe Cool is pretty cool. I also like that the head rotates on this one, so I can put it forward. Yeah, there we go. That is nice. Okay, and also another little fun thing, if you guys don't know, with these Rokimotos here, you actually get like a little like ramen packet inside because they're supposed to be inside of ramen cups, of course. They actually have a patch inside to go along with the character. So for this one here, we have the Joe Cool patch. And you know what? If I'm going to be honest, it's nice to have an extra one of this because I wanted to save one, but now I can put it under like a hat or a jacket or something. Pretty sweet. And now let's get into the next cup that we have here. And I think as long as I don't get another double, I'll be happy. And I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The 1 in 96, though, I think would be the craziest thing to get. I don't know what this one is. Oh, I think this one's new. Ah, we got a new one. Perfect! It is the Flying Ace Snoopy. Oh, how great is this? If you're wondering on it, it is a 1 in 6. So was the Joe Cool, and that's why I really wanted to shake it out because the Beagle Scout one is... It was a 1 in 4, so a little bit easier to get. I believe you maybe even get 2 per case. But yeah, look at this though, everybody. And there is the patch. How cute is that? This is one of those collectibles too, everybody, where if you want me to do an entire video on them, I totally can. I know that I've kind of snuck them into other videos, but I think it'd be really fun now that they're showing up in stores to get like a case of them and open it all up. And I know that EB Games here in Canada should be getting in the Godzilla set sometime in like late November. So I think that would be really fun if you guys do want to see it now. Let's see what I have in here. As long as it's not a... Oh, it's another new one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at it, everybody. We got Woodstock. He's like the weirdest one out of all of them because he is so different, but he's also a 1 in 12. So he's kind of like a case hit because he is, you know, the only one. You can get him once. That's really fun. Okay, now we, of course, have to take a look at the patch here because I am curious. Are they going to make it yellow in the background? I would assume so. Oh, no, it's brown. Probably so he stands out a little more. I guess that makes sense. Now, everybody, the question is, because the only one I need from this collection is going to be that 1 in 96. If that was inside of here, how insane would that be? Because then I would have the entire collection complete. And then I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that I need. Now, they had their party over at San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm pretty sure I did miss out on a blue Snoopy there. But besides that, I think I'd have all of them then. If it was, I think that would be insane. I don't think it is. I think it's going to be another Flying Ace from what I can see here. I'm going to have to get it eventually. I just, we'll have to figure out how. But yeah, it looks like this one here is just that Flying Ace again. And well, anyways, everybody, there we go. That is all that I have for you today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow.